And all right, Jacob.
Cool. Hey, welcome to the set of Facing the Neighbor. Have fun. Welcome to the making of Facing the Neighbor.
Take one, marker.
This film started as a collaboration between myself and my friend Dave. The film ended as the collective effort of many talented artists, friendly community members, and generous friends and family. Now, let's see how it was made. So, all the way back to the start of the project, Dave and I talked about how we wanted to tell a story about what it means to rediscover the people around us. We discussed how easy it is for us personally to think we know someone without even talking to them. After months of brainstorming the story, we finalized a script and moved on to the storyboarding process. To storyboard the film, I created each scene in a 3D program. This allowed me to easily play around with different shots and camera angles. In addition, we had a handful of visual effects shots in the film that required extra planning. Dave is an illustrator, so he helped sketch out the concepts and layout for those visual effects. With the full storyboard edited together, we then hosted our own focus group to watch the storyboard and give feedback. At the same time, we decided it was best to lock in the actual filming dates to keep the project moving forward. Hello, it is the 10th of September. We're locking in the dates now for the 27th and the 28th. It's 2 weeks from this coming Monday. We just had our feedback session this past Wednesday. Anyway, trying to actually figure out what we're making here. Might be good to do that with it being filmed in 2 weeks. But yeah, we'll see. So with only 2 weeks before filming, we left the storyboarding phase to focus on preparing for the actual shoot. Now in the film, the character Mr. Jones has a set of stairs in front of his house that play an important part in the story. So we started searching high and low for a house location with stairs out front. It was not such an easy process. Our location fell through, and it was our perfect location for Jones. It had the perfect look. So, getting down to the wire, but march on. Then we found it. The perfect house with the perfect set of stairs. Well, actually too perfect. Because in this story, we need the top step to provide a tripping hazard for Mr. Jones. So Dave took measurements and reference photos at our location and designed and built a fake concrete step out of wood. He then created a special sand mixture which he glued to the wood to perfectly match the look of the existing concrete. And thus our top step was finished and ready for tripping. In addition to the step, Dave also created our newspaper prop. The newspaper was designed and printed on large format white paper. Dave then used an airbrush to meticulously add the color tinting and speckles of a real newspaper. These were just two of a handful of props Dave created. I, on the other hand, was left with the easy prop. We were working on staining some t-shirts like they have coffee stains on them. The secret that we discovered is soy sauce. Oh wow. It was pretty dark. It would read clearly on camera. We had so many friends and family who helped us prepare for the rest of the shoot. My mom was in charge of the wardrobe. Wardrobe extraordinaire, Linda Lane Holiday on the job. We had our producer Rob helping to assemble our awesome cast and crew. Our assistant director Ben was putting together the most efficient filming schedules for each day. Our cinematographer Pierce and I had discussions to figure out the right look and lighting for the film. I continued location scouting to lock in the interior locations in which we would film. And after lots and lots of other prep, we were finally ready to film. Well, kind of. Alright, it is the night before production. Let's be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting here, rereading a book about directing, trying to prepare. I don't think there's really anything that can prepare me more, though, than just going out there and doing it. So we'll do it.
I know thou hast to.
We put the camera on the stage. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Looks good, okay.
Wherever you are.
Spencer,
Yes.
which bean is the coolest bean?
Putting me on the spot here. But obviously, it's the bean from the Magic Beanstalk.
This crew has been very, very tight.
It's a great team. It just works like clockwork, and they keep the whole thing running smooth, just like a machine.
We're having a lot of fun. This is our third day. We're wrapping it up here, and then we'll go into the editing process. All right, cut.
Cut.
Feeling very tired from editing. Even just an hour and a half. It's very zapping of my energy. Post-production can feel like a long process. First drafts are usually incredibly far from where you hope the film will be, and the way forward can be daunting. Thankfully, again, there were friends and family that helped push me and the project forward. My mom, for example, helped me record sound effects for our character Sherry as she screams at the sight of the chasm. Okay, let's give it another audition.
Ah!
I like...
It would be that long. I don't think it'd be long.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you're the director.
No. You're right. Okay.
Oh!
Sorry, Mom, I didn't use any of those sounds in the final film. To round out the sound, we of course needed music. All the music in the film was composed by the talented Milwaukee artists at N43 Records. This includes the special song we created for the credits. Got my piano here, playing with a little theme song for the film. But to truly know your heart, let's start face to face. Safe to say, if that song becomes a thing, I will not be singing it. Fast forward 3 months and we had a real vocalist singing on the track.
Before we part ways, let's stand face to face.
That's the first look at the track. It's gonna be great. Then the choir from my old high school was kind enough to lend their voices to the track. Combining all these elements, we wound up with something beautiful.
Even with all that I've heard, your deeper story stays a blur. Even with all that.
Now, there's one part of post-production that took longer than the rest: visual effects. Okay, we are in the final week of post-production before we have to submit. All the work is going on now. With our film festival deadline quickly approaching, we all kicked into high gear to finish the visual effects. Dave helped create the CGI muffins we used in many of the shots. In this one shot, we simulated about 20,000 muffins. Unfortunately, my computer wasn't happy with the extra workload. Programs were crashing. Uh-oh. Exports were failing, renders were taking too long. It's still going somehow. We were working through the final hours. But in the end, we finished it. Now, this project meant different things for different people on the team. For me, I wrote this story to explore what it looks like to make peace with my neighbors. But it turned out that it wasn't the story or the script, but the people who supported this film who taught me the most. I learned from their love and care, and in turn, I found some of the answers I was searching for.
From everything that I've heard, sense of space. Before we part ways, let's stand face to face. Even with all that I've heard, your deeper stories days a blur. Even with all that I've seen, what makes you use hidden from